What are some books to recommend for commercial real estate investors? I'm Tim Dizon, commercial real estate consultant. Today I'm going to recommend a few books because I had a few questions and I hope this is going to be some helpful information for you. So, depending on what type of real estate you want to get into or get involved with or build on or develop or whatever, there is a variety of different books out there. There's a lot. I've confidently can say I've read the majority of them. Unfortunately, some of them, they're going to be books that are maybe celebrity written. They're not going to give you the technical how to do things. A lot of that stuff you're going to have to figure out on your own. And whenever someone is publicizing a book, most of the time, it's to lead into their program or whatever else they're doing. I'm not one to generally recommend my books that I've written. I want you to get your information and your knowledge from somewhere else and compare it and learn and expand and grow. So if you are new and if you are experienced, this is going to vary a little bit. Now there's a lot more books. I'm going to recommend 4 or 5 right now that I like, and they kind of worked out pretty well. So let me see here. The first one, for multifamily housing. This is a big thick one, and I actually lost mine, so I had to order another one. And this thing is about, I don't know, probably 80 bucks or $100. And it is very, very detailed, and it will give you just about everything you need to know about how to develop, go through multifamily. So it's not really a how-to guide. It's to really give you extensive knowledge on the subject and understand what you're trying to do. So I like that. I don't like quick reads where somebody will tell you how I bought a building with no money down. Those are a waste of your time because that scenario is not necessarily going to apply to you in your market and your whatever. You need to understand everything about what you're buying and what you're doing. That's definitely the first way to go about doing it. The next book I recommend, if you are in industrial or you want to get warehousing or anything like that, this is a book I read by John Jackson. It's a warehouse veteran. And from what I have found, it's really the only one that I have seen that really gets into the specifics of warehouse and industrial property. I like that because there isn't a lot of information out there like that. And he gets into really cool specifics. I think he's out of Tampa, Florida. Very good one. I like that. And it kind of shifts your knowledge a little bit in a different direction. It's pretty decent. Another one is by John Bowman, and it's How to Succeed in Commercial Real Estate. And what I like about this is a little bit different. I thought it was for commercial real estate brokers, but it's actually not. If you look at it, and if you look at some of the things he's explaining through the material, it's can really help investors get a little different way of how they're buying and moving property around. It's quite interesting if you spend some time and you figure out some of those strategies. Another one I like is Crushing It in Apartments. And if you are into apartments, actually it's Crushing It in Apartments and commercial real estate. He talks about a lot of good techniques and opportunities that are there, and I really like it. I think it's relevant. There's a lot of information on there that's definitely relevant, and you want to kind of explore that and find out what those are about. And Doug Marshall, who's a CCIM, wrote Mastering the Art of Commercial Real Estate. And what I'll do is I'll put a link, of course, so you guys can check all these out. But if you're looking to expand your knowledge a little bit, I'm not recommending you sit down and read all of these in one day. Just kind of have them, and if you need to reference back to something, that's how I use a lot of them. Obviously, I've read them, and then I just keep them as reference points. Because a lot of times you'll read something, and you're not going to remember it. And retaining the information maybe a month after is pretty difficult. So if you give yourself a little mental note of, you know what, I did learn something cool here, you may have to go back to it, and that's fine too. And remember, this is a long-term game. You're not going to be able to use today's strategy in tomorrow's market. So you really need to know what's out there and just try to make the best of that. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any more questions on anything, please let me know. I'll be glad to help you.